Hello, welcome everyone to the final recap of the season. So the season's finished, everyone's counting the cost, everyone's checking the results, and everyone, I hope, will be on the Discord for the OCC doing an @pidpad and saying divisions when, because I know he really appreciates. I know he really appreciates that. Now I've beat you all this year because I did it I think on Monday or something. So
yeah, I beat you. Wait, what did I say? Wednesday. When did I play my game? I literally posted 5 minutes or 10 minutes after I finished my game.
Divisions when?
Division, basically. I didn't at him. I didn't at him, but it was close. It was close enough, you know.
Well, he appreciates an at. I think he's not a busy man, so he appreciates that. So so I'm Ethel, and we've got Cord Knight on the other line as well. So hi, Cord Knight, how are you?
Hello, yeah, I'm ill, but vaguely functional.
Sound fine as an ill person.
Sound fine, but every so often I'm going to get my numbers and words mixed up and sound like a complete idiot. So
like normal, some might say.
Like more so than normal, yeah. Like last night, I was doing a recap last night, and it was.
I heard a little bit of it, but yeah,
kept talking absolute gibberish. I was like, okay, I'll stop talking now.
So we've definitely got two viewers because we've got Breschleng and Toby who said hello in the chat. So hi guys, Breschleng, we're going to have a discussion later about your goblins. So you can look forward to that when we come to that. And Toby, hi. Toby from the chat, I think in your channel, we're all talking about what we're going to do for next season and whether or not we had a successful season. So I guess my first question to you and the floor, because I read a book this week about how to include people when you're broadcasting.
Oh really?
It said ask a question. So my question is...
What was it? Was it a book or was it more like a pamphlet?
I think it was just written on a bit of scrap of paper I found. I was just walking around Stockholm.
Yeah.
So, what would qualify as a good season? Yeah. I mean, obviously, if you win your division, that's a good season. But if you don't win the division, what would you class as a good season?
Oh, you listen to the audiobook is what Toby's saying. So yeah, I must admit I don't really think about this until Toby was like, "Is this a good first season for my team?" And I'm like, I don't know. I just keep playing until the team dies. So I actually weirdly, I felt like this season in OCC my team got murdered and I lost every game, but actually I did quite well. So clearly, I was being the opposite of positive with my Norse.
So I mean, we'll look at the actual results a bit later, I guess. But did you finish mid-table?
I finished third.
So that's pretty good.
Yeah, that is pretty good. Which is why, my recollection of it was all season going, oh my god, everything's going wrong. But it was all fine.
That's standard AV7 Norse, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Except no, I have a lot of recollections of things turning out worse than they should have, and that should have been a win when it was a draw, and that should have been a draw when it was a loss. But yeah, exactly. Second loser. Wait, third loser? No, I mean I'm ninth loser. But anyway, whatever. Yeah. Hey, Dimmy as well, and hello Wi-Fi as well.
Second loser.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess a successful season in Blood Bowl is always, do I have a team left? I mean, I guess that's question one, because it is, a game where people can die or get horribly maimed. So there is that. But I guess the other question, if you're not looking at pure results, is, have I skilled up more players than I've lost?
Well, so actually, this is something
the question, isn't it?
That Toby said when he was, he was measuring things a bit in terms of SPP gained, and I've definitely lost more SPP this season than I've gained. I've definitely had players who had a lot of SPP die on me, and don't think I've made more than their deaths. But I have rolled some good stat ups as well, so swings and roundabouts. It's not so bad, and my team looks healthy-ish at the moment. Except I decided at the end of my last game to buy a Norse thrower because I thought it would be funny. Because
of all the discussion we've had about it, yeah. I mean, you've handily got my team up there at the moment, which isn't its best shape. Again, if you just go to the stats page, so everyone can revel in my mediocrity.
Wow.
I finished 3-3-3 as well. I should point out as well. So
Excellent.
you don't get much more mediocre than 15, 14, 16, to be honest. So yeah, I mean, all I will say is about 4 of those losses were admin losses because I was on holiday for a long time, a couple of seasons ago in games because I wasn't around. But yeah, I mean, I think the real test is my team still fun to play, and have I still got a core where if everyone has died or have lost players, have I still got a core to keep playing next season? And I see hope that I could potentially win the division, whatever it is, next season. And again, for me, this season, the answer is yes. I mean, I'm going to play the same team again. I'm going to, throw my hat in the ring again, and yeah, give it a good go. I've got good players. Yeah, I've lost some players as well, but I still there's a core there. I think to fully expand upon next season. So see it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Like I'm gonna carry on playing until.
They're all dead.
Well,
or
pretty
they
much,
break.
yeah. Like pretty much when the Yeti dies, maybe I I'm, or maybe the opposite. Maybe when the Yeti finally gets Mighty Blow and piling on,
There's nothing.
and
Yeah.
it becomes useful, I might change my mind. But basically the runners and the Yeti are the things that have survived this season. Oh, and you in a bit. So and this Garda was a plus strength, was a boxcars, and I decided to take guard instead of strength because I didn't think a plus strength lineman was as good as a plus guard lineman for the value.
You're probably right there.
Yeah, it took a while to decide, and it might have partly been decided by the fact my last game of the season was against another Norse team with a lot more guard than me. I was like, oh, better get some guard.
Yeah, but get some guard in.
Yeah, but one of the things I did lose this season was a berserker with plus strength. So
It's harsh.
Yeah,
harsh to lose.
I don't think
he
was never really worth it though. It's a nice level up, and it would have been great at some point. But
I mean, I'm no pixel hugger, and I know a lot of our viewers aren't, but I think all of us have got like certain players in mind where if we did lose those over the course of a season, we'd probably quit. I mean, I think for you, I think if your Lodge Yeti went, and maybe one of those like that movement 8 strength 4 runner went, you'd be in 2 minds whether to carry on.
Weirdly, the runners are not my favourite part of this team at all.
Okay, I picked that one because it's got the most stat ups.
Yeah. So Louis and Logan have both died this season, and the Ulfs are what I play Norse for. Really, I like the slightly stronger but still useful players, and the fact that once they get Mighty Blow and block or wrestle, they're done. They can be good. But and also as Toby says, I think the measure of a successful season depends on the division and tier you're in. So you're
absolutely Toby, I agree completely.
Some would say that the mid-table result in tier 4 would be awful, and
what are you saying?
Whereas obviously finishing third in tier 3 is pretty good.
Superior, absolutely.
I was very surprised by this and not expecting it at all, type thing. But yeah, I'm the leader of lots of teams who've been beaten a lot, if that makes sense. There's a clear line between Wi-Fi, Buffon, who's in the chat, who didn't get any losses, and Smiling Tom, who also didn't get any losses, and the rest of us who did.
So, in the words of Dimmy G, indeed you are the second loser.
I think I'm the best of the losers. So like second place is another winner, but the rest of us are all losers, and I'm the best of the losers. Yeah,
that's a fine badge.
Yeah.
I'd be happy with that just generally.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, that's good.
Grand.
So on today's format, so we're gonna have we last betted on games 2 match days ago because last week I was away and I think you were maybe busy as well. So we're going to review those. We're going to look at the actual scores from the last match day as well.
Yeah.
I mean, just to comment on, I think we'll probably just get the results up and have a look at them rather than dig deep, and then maybe talk some levels, and then we'll we'll decide. We'll find out who's the winner.
Yeah.
Because it's only 2 games in it now, isn't there? So I think that's what people want to know where you're going to buy my dinner, Gordon,
Yeah.
right? So I mean that's the important thing.
2
yeah,
points. There's still a lot
again,
of games.
But again, if you've got any questions or issues you want us to cover as well in this last one of the season, then
It should be noted as well that since the bot has joined the battle, the bot is beating you. So I just thought I'd mention that.
It's fine. In a way, we're all on the route to being replaced by AI, aren't we? So
yeah. Are either of us really winners? That's what Toby says. Yeah. No, not really.
Yes.
Yeah?
No.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right.
Define winner. My own definition of winner is yes. So yes.
My own definition of winner is me, and that's how it works.
And then Breshling's also said about the race you play as well, which is fine. Because I mean, again, a second place with Gobbos or Flings or Ogres would be, amazing in a proper division. But again, if you're cheating, what's FIFO again? Kislev. If you're playing cheating Kislev with loads of setups, then it's not really a surprise you maybe don't lose a game or season. But yeah,
in tier 3. Wait till
out of everyone who's watching now and everyone who might choose to watch this later, well done. Wherever you finish, you are a winner. There's no participation medals in the OCC apart from what we're going to give now, which is like a little clap for you. So well done. There we go. I hope that's coming through. That's not even a slow clap. That's a proper genuine clap.
I think that might be the first time I've heard you do a genuine clap and not a slow clap.
Yeah, they don't do. I don't come out with them very often. So. Right, should we look at some guessing then?
Yeah, go for it. Okay, so we starting with your division, right? And we're looking at day 8, correct?
Match day 8.
Match day 8. Oh, and I have improved on. I now have keyboard shortcuts, so I can go from the Blood Bowl image to the pauses is me choosing the right page of a Discord to go to, by the way. But I can go.
I mean, so some people would have tested this before we went on air.
It's not the testing it. I was shifting Discord to show the correct division. Unfortunately, I've discovered that the shortcut I've chosen that goes between scenes in OBS also goes between pages in Discord. So every time I press it, I'm going to have to find the right Discord thing as well. Anyway.
Again, someone perhaps would have tested that before we went on air.
Oh, well, see, I tested it yesterday in Firefox in my Rebel thing, and Firefox also uses the same shortcuts to change pages. But anyway, there you go. Oh yeah, I was going to say actually when you said there is no participation awards, as Breshlin says, there is the Dirty Git and Bounty Hunter competitions, and and there's other ones as well. There's also you get like an award for killing the most people because I got that in my first season with the Norse.
I think it's down to the your tier admins, isn't it? Whether you what awards are run, and it almost tempts me to apply again to be an admin. Just so I could run some stupid competitions, but
no, isn't there as well as the side competitions? You get like awards on your, what's it called, on the signature of your posts, right? So I have on the signature of my post tier 3 winner, and caused the most casualties in tier 5 in season 10. Yeah. Yeah.
And as I said, there's side competitions that your tier admins can also decide to run.
Okay, fine. I missed the and.
Yeah.
All right.
You're just rubbing in that I don't have any in my signature, aren't you?
I don't know. I haven't looked at your signature. I didn't notice. I've got 4. I didn't mention the 2 silvers. Well,
I'm not going to mention my BB1 ones. That's what I'm going to say.
Or I now have a shelf of cups and prizes in my house. 2 stunties. Oh yeah, most of them silly competitions as well. But anyway, all right, whatever. I need a real life trophy cabinet. Well, what are we talking about anyway? So yeah, match day 8. So we're going to start
Say
with
8.
Don Matillo's Smile of Regrets versus the Death Hipster Gummy Bears. Yeah.
Well, that was an admin game, so we can't really count that one. So that was
Oh.
2-1 win to the Orcs.
Oh, yay! I guessed the wrong way as well. Excellent. Okay, so second, Jay Japes, Tarilla Tavatan against the OCC Murder Squad, Bruce Fleet. I was a
So
draw.
that was a draw.
And no
Anyone
one
say draw?
No one guessed draw at all. Not even the bot. So next, we're gonna, do we know?
Yeah, we'll do it quite quickly.
Okay.
Go on. What's the question?
So if we're gonna do it quite quickly, let's just carry on then. Do we want to talk about the games at all? A little bit. Not at all.
Apart from one.
Apart from one.
Okay. 68 versus 43 blocks, of which the dwarfs had 68s. The Orcs induced Ugroth Bulgrot, who didn't get any SPP, but that doesn't mean he didn't get some Kaz on fouling, etc. No dead dwarfs, but a movement busted runner, which was nice.
Oh, and I think the movement busted runner was immediately replaced. No, wait, movement busted runner. Okay, no, carry on.
And a armor broke blocker as well, which I think was replaced.
Okay.
There we go.
I have a feeling because of Dwarf Watch, I have some clips, and I think I looked at that dwarf team, but maybe I'm mixing up my different dwarf.
The previous
Yeah.
game.
All right.
So, okay, next one.
Next one is Badger 69 and Atletico Madrid, Mints, against the Flight Logs knockoff and his Skaven. And
what did we say? The Skaven romped home 2-0.
Yes. And I foolishly picked Atletico Mints.
Get in.
What was I thinking?
You're thinking. I mean, the notable thing from that was there was a strength 3 wrestle horned gutter runner. Dead.
Oh.
Dead. Which is a shame. But that's kind of, they're always going to die, aren't they? Because it's a gutter. But with wrestle, because if it does go down, you can bet your bottom dollar that's going to get stomped on. That was quite a bad loss for. But he did get level on his other gutter runner with wrestle, so it's not too bad.
And that's a point for the bot as well. All right. Cool. Next. Is
Carmack, or is it my game?
Yeah, Carmack. MB Carmack, Sabretooth Vag against Totsugeki Raigeki, Zulu 501. And me and the bot, and in fact everyone else except for Breshlane, went for Totsugeki Raigeki, who did win.
Who won? 2-0.
So that means points for everyone.
To everyone. And finally, the niggled Movement 7 beast from MB Carmack's team is met his maker, so he died that game as well. And it's quite good. Plus movement, block, sure hands, and dodge, which is quite a good ball carrier, really. But he has got an instant replacement in a block AG for 2 heads. Rid of bloat, really, I guess.
Yeah, it's always good when you don't need to fire the niggle because he gets removed forcibly from your team.
And I'm thinking Totsugeki Raigeki won because looking at the Dark Elf injuries, they only had 2 MNGs, so it looks like it was one of those games where the Claw Mighty Blow did nothing, and they don't remove Dark Elves, you're going to lose if you've got if you're a bash team. So it looked like those games, to be honest. Again, 53 versus 25 tackles. Sabretooth Vag broke armor 14 times, but only got 5 Kaz. So pretty good.
Okay.
Okay.
So lastly, onto your game, the
Jesus Christ,
this game
Goblins
against your Dark Elves. Now
So Breschling, I hope you're listening to this.
that's quite a
Well, he
scoreline for a goblin game.
yeah. Oh God, 2-2 was horrible. Um, he induced Ripper and Nobbler,
Mhm.
right? So I think the hardest thing for me to contend was the three troll front line. That was really hard,
Yeah.
but that was compounded by let me read you these stats, right?
Mhm.
So the goblins got 33 successful blocks with 28 armor breaks.
Mhm.
I got 26, and I got 2 armor breaks. Right, and that was often
But wait.
my mighty blow. Go on.
So successful blocks includes pushes, doesn't it? That's the weird thing about that stat. So it's successful blocks is not a skull or a both down if you don't have block, right?
Yes, that's right.
So
Yeah,
against goblins, that's probably a lot of pushes against the little buggers.
and that as I said, that includes at least I remember at least 2 or 3 mighty blow tackle hits against his AG4 armor 6 goblin, who just shrugged it off. Didn't matter. Had his super goblin pants on, so yeah,
Super goblin man.
I just could not break armor at all. And I checked my pals. I think I got 3 pals all game as well. So yeah, I like to think in that game, it was a draw despite my dice. I mean, you know me, I don't moan about my dice that often, but this was a horrible dicing in terms of not breaking goblin armor, which you'd expect to do. Mentioned tackle, mighty blow, which, and yeah, in return I got one of my witches killed, and a lineman killed, and another Lino MNG as well. So yeah, the 2-2 is despite what happened to me. So that I think that makes me a good player. But basically, his sword was on fire. Every time he sword someone, that was a casualty or a KO. It was horrible.
Wow, that's quite a lot of skulls and crosses and things next to your. Oh, actually, no. Some of those are those are the previous ones, aren't they? Yeah. So the 2 armor breaks and then movement busted, not from this game. Okay.
Oh yeah, that was horrendous. But yeah, 2-2. So yeah, people are saying that's a win for the goblins, and yeah, absolutely it is. But yeah, I think I did well to draw, to be honest. One of them was quite a short kick on the kickoff, so I think I scored first and I scored again. So it was 2-0 up, and then yeah, it just might.
Breschling did well in the following week as well, didn't he? So
Well, another draw, didn't it? Wasn't it? I think.
Was it another draw? Okay.
Yeah. So, but for us, did anyone bet on the draw?
No, no one bet on the draw.
It says it is. All right. So, everything to play for then.
Yep. So over to my division.
Your division.
All right. So.
In what? What are you in 3B?
3B. Yes. Oh, not register. That's the wrong button. Oh. Alrighty then. So we're going to start with the Roiling Warpstone against Vanguard Party.
Yeah. Why not?
Which, here we go. Everyone voted for Buffon, and unsurprisingly,
That was against the Underworld, wasn't it?
yeah, Underworld against Kislev.
Jesus Christ! Just looking at the injuries here, it's horrible. They had, I mean, they did have Morg and Nobler on the pitch, so go all in, don't you? I guess if you've got that many inducements, so Morg making it. But I'm thinking against Kislev, is Morg a good choice, considering they can get out of his reach quite easily?
I mean, I quite like the idea of using Morg as a ball carrier. What are the other options though for Underworld? What you think? You think Skitter to just keep out of range?
I mean, yeah, it's a tough one, isn't it? Because Skitter, you've got the range and the stabbing for AV7 if you've got no tacklers. But I mean, again, looking at Fi-Fi's team, it's hard to think what else could you go for. So, yeah, I think Morg as a ball carrier in that game would be a good shout. Fi-Fi, if you can let us know in the chat, I guess, if he did yeah, if he did use Morgan's ball carrier, because I think that's a good idea. Because I don't think Vifi's got any Dauntless, has he?
No, but even so, that a dauntless roll with strength 3 against strength 6 is a pretty tough thing.
Oh, Knockoff's joined the chat as well. Hey,
Hey,
Knockoff.
Knockoff.
We just talked about your game as Skaven. So yeah, well played in your last one. But yeah, I guess you go for Morg, but it didn't happen.
And they
You can see what.
that mighty blow goblin finally got killed.
Oh, yeah.
Boo.
Boo.
Although he's done nothing since he's got mighty blow.
Well, he didn't do a great deal, did he?
No.
But yeah, quite a few breaks there and so on. 28-41. So yeah, give 41 tackles against goblins. Yeah, you're going to get 20 armor. Then again, mentioning no games, but other games you might have.
Not that you want to, carry on talking.
Not blaming the dice
No,
or making excuses. Just say. Okay, cool. So we all bet on 5-5 that one, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Swan.
Yep. What is the next one? Wait a second. I was trying to do too much at once. All right, so the next one is Smiling Tom BBC Barcelona against Genesi's Boys in Spandex. And
so this was a top of the table clash, wasn't it?
Yeah.
This one.
It was at the time of happening, although the Genesi's had a bad end of season, so I assume he lost this game. Did he lose this game?
It was a draw. 2-2.
Okay.
Actually, so
Wi-Fi says Morg didn't carry the ball, but he was a pain to stay out of the way of, which makes sense. And also, Skitter is a little bit sucky when I have diving tackle players.
that is true.
But I mean, it's not impossible to stay out that way. But yeah, there aren't. Basically, the problem is there are no really good choices. I don't really like the chainsaw against Kislev, especially when they've got a deep bench.
Yeah, and they can score too easily and get you off.
Yeah. Excuse the phrase.
Yeah. That's a slow clap moment. Yeah, so it's all right. So yeah, well, there we go. So 2-2. The elves got very much broken in this one, although one of BBC Barcelona's blitzers got an AG bust.
Mm-hmm.
Him because he's a machine. He's got jump up, mighty blow, piling on, jugs, and tackle. So AG doesn't really matter so much. All those skills, because even if you get tagged by someone, whoever tags you is very likely to go off the pitch anyway, aren't they? So yeah, you don't even have to dodge away. You just hit the.
And the dirty player human got MVP. Perhaps a sign of the way that the there's a lot of injuries in this game.
Yeah, there's a lot. So we've got two niggles and 2 badly hurts. In addition to the injuries.
Is that a second niggle? No, sorry. So this. Okay, yeah, yes, yeah, cool. 2 badly hurts, 2 niggles.
Again, with AV7, you can't really afford to keep. Can you? I wouldn't have thought, because they're just too likely to go off the pitch.
I mean,
you need the cash, so.
Well, you've got another wrestle leap anyway, so you're not going to lose too much by firing him. And yeah, the lineman you get rid of. It's just a liability.
I'm pretty certain no one bet on a draw for that one.
Nope. Literally no one. Okay, so next one is next one is my game. The McLeods against the Stoutly lad, Lord Jer. And I won.
Jer.
Lord Jer.
Well done. Yeah. 2-1. So how was you chose? Yeah. So if you can remember the game, tell us how Boomer and Helmet did.
Boomer. Oh, actually yes. So the Boomer and Helmet basically won me the game. It was
rare.
yeah, like I can't remember which way around it was. I think it was first. It was Boomer throwing a random grenade at a downed dwarf, caused an injury to one of his best blitzers,
Okay.
removing
Yeah.
the blitzer and also giving me a bit of a. Um,
There's an MNG on a blitzer, so yes.
uh,
Is movement 6-1?
well,
Yep.
so the other one, the other thing that happened was the other blitzer got removed by the chainsaw. So both blitzers got removed by the two secret weapons. And we were we at his stadium? No, we were at my stadium. I think we got a kick-off event of a bribe, but it must have been after both of mine had been sent off or injured. Because I have a feeling that he kept his death roller on for an extra drive.
Okay.
But it was, I managed to force him to score quicker. I scored one, so it was 1-1 at the half, and then I took a long time to score in my half. After there was a bit of like jumping, trying to jumping.
Yeah.
But there was a bit of losing the ball and then picking it up and then losing it again on my part. But it worked out in the end, and it was a game where I thought I'd lost it at one point as well. But it was all fine in the end. Pretty happy with that.
Congratulations.
Yep.
So how did the betting spread for that one?
Well, I foolishly did not trust myself to win that, so I went for a draw. And
Right.
you very kindly thought I would win. Or no, hate dwarfs so much
Dwarfs more.
that you voted for me. So you get a point and no one else does. The bots did not go for me either. Running away with it now. Jeez.
But that's it, isn't it? I think it's done. Mathematically, it's like Liverpool. It's mathematically impossible for you to catch up.
You are correct. It is now mathematically impossible for me to catch up, as we didn't do the following week.
Next.
Yeah, sure. It was the plus movement one who was grenaded on the floor, because I remember him being the one that got MVP.
That's pretty good for a bomb.
Yeah, and also
they usually don't do anything, do they?
Ian was the one who got boxcars, so I then spent the rest of the week trying to decide if I was going to take strength or guard. Anyway, okay. So the next one is Zinch's Globetrotters against Circus Circle Blood Bowl.
Now I think this is the other lesser Kislev team. Sorry to brag.
Well, let's call it the beaten up Kislev team, because that's
the beaten up Kis, the one that's taken Vi's injuries all season.
Yeah. Against the
I think against the fairly well developed Chaos, and I think from memory I think most of us bet on the Chaos, but it was an upset. So
literally everyone voted.
Kislev won.
Yeah, literally everyone voted for the Chaos.
Apart from
everyone.
Oh, everyone did, even the bot.
Yeah, even the bot. And looking at the injuries that the Kislev went into this game with, 4 armor breaks, because there's 2 armor breaks on. Oh no, it's not. No, is it 4? I thought he had.
It's an armor. There's an armor 6.
Yeah, but
there's an armor 7. Lino.
Yeah, and an armor
2
blitzer.
blitzers.
So there's 3 armor busts, an agi bust, and a movement bust. But they survived this game against a bunch of Claw Mighty Blow.
So again, it didn't work too well, did it?
No.
Again, if you go up, I guess look at the blocks. I mean, he had. Let's have a look here. I just looked at quite a low percentage. So 55 successful blocks with only 11 breaks.
Yeah. Which with so much Mighty Blow and a little bit of Claw, you kind of is surprising.
Again, as we've talked about before, with Bash, if Bash doesn't work, then you've lost.
Yeah.
And when it doesn't work, and it doesn't work that often, let's be honest as well. So yeah, that's for me the unattractiveness of Bash teams is that you've only got one tactic. If that doesn't work, then.
Well, I mean, or another way to look at it is good Bash coaches can still win even when they don't remove players.
Absolutely. Which is why I guess the most successful Chaos teams, and that's just one at the door. Most successful Chaos teams and local teams have a bit of redundancy built into their pest. Like, I've got to go and get parcels.
Like, well, actually being able to, carry the ball and do things other than just kill people is, it's important. Anyway, so I don't know if there's much else to say about this. no one got murdered, and Kislev won. Yay, Kislev. And none of us got a score for that one. So the last one is Liquid Nords against Everlasting Rest. Oh wait, was that a? No, that wasn't admin game. So Liquid Nords against Everlasting Rest, and I went for a draw. So I was very wrong. But luckily, Ethelred went for a win for Everlasting Rest. None of us thought Liquid Wolf had a chance.
I'm back.
All right.
So we won the last game.
Yeah.
Because I think I betted on Guello, didn't I? Because he's a good guy.
Yeah, you did, and he lost. And I bet on a draw, so I didn't do any better.
Oh.
And in fact, no one bet on Liquid Nords, the other Norse team. Gruff.
I feel a bit sad now for Liquid Wolf, but
yeah, Gruff and Wi-Fi also went for.
So they got smashed off the pitch as well, Liquid Nords, didn't they?
Yeah, 20 armor breaks. I mean, Khemri are kind of a bit like
Wolves.
A bit like Chaos in a different kind of bash, aren't they? You know, and it can be hard if you are getting breaks. Not
as sort of keyboard warriors take great pleasure in pointing out that Khemri are a control team, not a bash team. But they can bloody hit as well. So
I mean, especially
it's not,
look at this case.
It's not that clear cut, is it?
No, I mean this is a Khemri team with 5 Mighty Blow. If that's not a form of bash, I don't know. You know, and it does. To be fair to the aforementioned keyboard warriors, of which I am one, it does depend on the way that the Khemri coach goes. So I strongly think Khemri are better when they go guard and stand firm on the Tomb Guardians first. But
yeah, sure.
You know, and whereas people choosing Mighty Blow as a first or second skill is, you know, a sign of their plans. You know,
their intent.
Their intent, exactly. Like you end up taking Mighty Blow on a Tomb Guardian at some point early because they're falling behind in terms of leveling. You want them to catch up, maybe. But I think they're more useful when you
stand firm,
out strength and guard your opponent, and then stand firm. You know, to solidify that positioning strength. Anyway, they absolutely murdered the Norse though.
They murdered the Norse, but as Wi-Fi says, he played his best game ever, Liquid Wolf. So well done, Liquid Wolf. Because again, the mark of a coach is not the mark of a good coach is not to win games where it's the dice go your way and etc. It's when the dice don't go your way, and again you maybe get 2 armor breaks out of 30 odd blocks, but you still manage to draw or win. So I think that's always the mark of a good coach.
Yeah, well, I played him. He was my last opponent in the season in OCC.
Yeah,
and I thought he played very well against me as well. Like I think his record in the division is bad, is worse than his play was.
His play level. Yeah.
Like he's lost 5, but like that's not a good. I think actually 1 or 2 of them were admin losses, admittedly. But
I think a couple weren't they?
But yeah, I think against me he played really well. But yes, okay, cool. Fine. So
give me a dinner.
Yeah,
this is good news.
You win. I owe you 2 dinners now. So are you gonna? Do you want them both at once, or are you
both in? Yeah, of course.
Or maybe twice as good a dinner. How about that?
Yeah. Well, the Savoy it is.
The Savoy it is.
All right. That's good news. I'll bank that, and we can put that out. I think as I'm probably next going to see you at London Book Fair, which is in a couple of months. Then
cool.
Yeah, it'll probably that pub we went to last time, but that's fine.
Okay.
All right.
Well, how
cool.
about we could do the lunch in? Sorry. Yeah. Carry on.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Let's do lunch on Kensington High Street somewhere, and then we can go to that pub in the evening.
Yeah, exactly.
Egg and chips or something.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you want to get up? Do you want to get up your division, the table at the end, and then we'll just really quickly talk about the last match day. We'll look at mine, and then we'll blather some more. And
the final games, you mean? as well. Like, yeah, so we didn't do any betting on this, so that's not going to affect the scores. But yeah, mine, the Murder Chaos beat the Underworld, perhaps unsurprisingly. I think surprisingly, I beat the other.
That was an admin result
Oh,
actually.
was it?
But yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Perhaps I think surprisingly, I beat the other Norse team, and it was another tough game. Can't remember. I wasn't winning the Bash Fest. I don't think. I think it was luck at the right time type thing. You know, like
Sure.
I think I felt
Yeah,
like I was being beaten quite badly, and then actually, oh no, take it back. I removed a few of his players. He says, looking at that.
Yeah, you got rid of quite a few, but I mean the blocks were fairly even. So yeah, I mean there's a bit of luck, isn't there, on armor breaks and rolling the right dice.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the game.
I
guess,
remember
so,
I had a Dota player, and my Dota player got sent off for the first foul, which was a stun, and that began my feeling of, oh my god, this is not working.
yeah, it's not going to work, but in the end, you came good.
Yeah, exactly.
2-1, and again, Boomer again.
Yeah, because I felt like he did so well against the.
You give him another run out.
Yeah. Also, I think the TV difference wasn't very much. Yeah. So the TV difference was 140. No, it wasn't. No, it was 90. The difference was 90 because
It says here you got 114 inducements. So.
But does that include the loner lineman? So I had 10 players.
I guess so.
I think the lone.
Maybe it doesn't.
I think it does. I think the 140 includes the 10 players. I think it was the loner lineman and Boomer were my inducements. If you see what I mean.
Yeah.
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 And there wasn't room for much else that I thought would be as interesting. And also, so actually I remember what it was. So AV9 basically saved me a lot of hits. I just stuck him on the line for their drive. I don't think he threw a single bomb. He basically just got punched repeatedly, but
you take a punch when you're on an AV9.
Yeah, exactly. And compared to punching AV7 or one of my players who I would like not to die,
Dwarf.
Yeah.
Star player with a weapon.
Exactly. Yeah.
Not Flint. The other one. What's his name?
Boomer.
Remember.
What?
No, it's not Flint. It's the other one.
Not Flint Churnblade. What the one? So Boomer and Barrick.
Barrick Farbast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, he hasn't got block.
No.
I found out that the hard way.
Doesn't Barrick have AV7, AV8 as well?
Might be AV8.
He's a runner.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, he's a runner with a
cannon.
A cannon to launch. He's got a Hail Mary pass as well from memory.
And a beautiful fouling animation.
Really, I've not seen that.
Oh, he fires the cannon quite explosively.
Is he? Close range.
Yeah, it's brilliant. Totally worth inducing Barrick
just to watch the foul animation. Yeah. Okay.
And one of the first proponents of Barrick that I met was heliocentric, and he
of course.
And he basically says once you bring him on, you might as well foul with him, because he's going to get sent off anyway. I was like, oh,
yeah, absolutely.
And you get blessed by a beautiful animation as well. Yeah.
Cool. So that was 2-1.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very happy with that result.
Next one
is one of the annoying things about the shortcut for changing scene in OBS. It doesn't change what I'm looking at, so I then have to click on on the right
OBS
thing
to find out. Yeah,
what exactly. Is BBC Barcelona against Everlasting Rest. The Khemri getting absolutely tonked by the humans.
3-0 is not great, is it?
3-0. And BBC Barcelona.
No.
Sorry, go on.
Go on. No, go on.
No, you
after
go on.
You.
No, I insist.
Okay. Well, I was going to say there weren't that many injuries to the Khemri, so it's probably one of those can't pick up the ball-a-thons. And again, like in terms of blocks, 35 for the humans, 72 for the Khemri. But again, only 19 armor breaks, which is pretty low out of 72.
Well, the Khemri only actually had
team.
3 attempts to pick the ball up. I wonder if there was a blitz involved. and the humans just
Maybe there's some ill-advised Khemri passing game.
Well, they only
to
picked
try and recover.
They only picked it up once, so
right.
Yeah.
Maybe not. And Aguelo's this is the team as well with an AG3 Blitzra. This is where he's basically his Blitzras and his throw Ras are swapped.
I mean, he may have an
Aren't they?
Agi3 Blitzra, but the humans have an Agi5 Leap Catcher. So when you're talking about how good a team is, if you compare the two,
outclassed.
Yeah.
But I was going to say the thrower with Mighty Blow did get 2 SPP that game, so at least he'd done something this season. I think that's the only SPP he's earned all.
Yes. He doesn't actually attack with him very much. He's going to be his attacking threat once he randomly hits. Once he randomly hits more SPP.
Yeah,
is his plan. All right, next Vanguard. Oh, the Kislev off as well as the Norse off. Vanguard party against Circus Circle Blood Bowl, and it was 2-2.
All. And Circus Circle Blood Bowl went for a helmet. So Wi-Fi, I imagine he didn't do much.
Because you just imagine that chainsaws, all they ever do is stun, and it's one of the main problems with them. Is that what you're saying?
Or hurt themselves. Unless, as again, I don't want to dwell on it too much, but unless it's Nobler Blackwort, who could not only break armor and cause casualties seemingly at whim, but also shrugs off Mighty Blow, tackle hits like it's nothing.
Well, you would be correct, because the chainsaw made one roll to activate and failed it. So
and then he was off.
There's also a loner in there, so I wonder if the chainsaw was also loner rolls.
Oh man, that's the worst thing, isn't it?
Although the team have a bear, so the bear might be the loner reroll.
Hopefully the bear.
Yeah.
Hopefully the bear with the loner reroll. Yeah. And again, this is one of the joys of playing in COL sometimes when they do induce a saw, and you can see them that maybe not fairly new to Blood Bowl and saws. Who doesn't like chainsaws? No one. Yeah, everyone loves chainsaws. And then first action of the game, they blitz with the chainsaw. He runs in, all confident. 1 loner reroll, 1.
Yeah.
Either KO or dead. And then that's turn 1, and you think this is brilliant. I'm gonna win this game so easily.
And the fireball.
We've all been there, haven't we?
Wait a second.
We've all been there. Oh,
the chainsaw is in Vanguard Party's side of the dice rolls, which that's confusing.
Yeah, they put it weirdly there, don't they?
Yeah.
But
there was a fireball as well, which I assume happened on the Vanguard Party, and 3 of them failed to hit out of 4. Anyway.
Again, as Kislev, I'm surprised you went for the fireball, not the lightning.
Yeah, because you can just get in there.
Because get up, can't you? Anyway, but maybe it was a tempting. Well, there are only 4 under the template, so that's not that tempting, is it?
No. The chances are that you're going to get more out of a fireball on 4 than a lightning bolt on 1, but the variation is so much higher that it's not worth it. I had a fireball last week where I had 5 underneath it and not a single person went down.
Yeah, that's a shame.
Anyway.
Okay, so let's get the table up then. I think that's all the games, isn't it?
Yep.
And we'll have a quick look. So we're at 3B. So from my understanding, then Buffon and Smiling Tom are going to go up.
Yeah,
that's automatic.
I thought it was top 3. What? I thought
it top 3?
I thought it was top 3 is automatic. Damn it! I was like, I finished top 3. Yay! I automatically go up. No.
Wi-Fi and Bresh are both admins, so they'll be able to tell us in the chat in a minute.
Okay.
I got that wrong. So it could be top 3. So you're all up, right? So you're up to tier 2.
Oh, by the way, Wi-Fi in chat has said, I found the reason that all those perms in the Circle Kislev, Tubrag played crazy aggressive and managed to sack the ball in 4 of 11 situations or something, making it draw. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So he plays hardcore leapy men, which is generally a bad idea, because that's because That's
It's,
what
it's
happens to your team. They fall on their face a lot and they end up injured.
fail. You can still fail 3 pluses or 2 pluses.
If you make 3 of them, then you're more likely to fail them than not. You know.
That's maths.
Quick maths. So it's not true actually.
Uh,
All right, close enough. It's not worth.
yeah. So
It's not worth doing a
Go
bunch of 3 pluses. Is the answer. Anyway, yeah. Top 3 go up. Yay! Thanks, Wi-Fi. I thought it was. Booyah! In your face. Oh, actually.
so you're up.
Yeah, I am.
Here we go. Go on.
I think, isn't it different amounts at different points? So maybe it's top 2 down where you are.
I think it's pretty consistent. It's only the champs and the tier 1 that have got different.
Oh,
I
okay.
think, but I mean, we should mention at this point also, as we're talking about winners and so on. Congratulations to HUD, who won. Who won the whole bloody thing?
Yeah, and he's a very, very good coach. Although he is playing. Is he playing Chaos or Nurgle or something boring?
Yes.
Oh wait, he's not playing Beastman only Chaos, is he?
Oh, I'll just check. He is. He's playing Beastman only Chaos with Mino.
Yeah, the Ungulates Chaos team.
Well done, HUD.
Yeah. You know. Yeah.
I played him quite a few times. I don't think I've ever beat him.
Yeah, I don't think he's definitely a good coach.
Lizards. He's a good coach.
Yeah. I can't tell you if I've actually beaten him or not. Maybe. I don't know.
Okay, and then I think Mark B's Rolling Warpstones. I think they're being re-rolled anyway. I'm pretty sure Aguero will stay with his Khemri in the 9th place. But yeah, everyone else will be in the same tier, unless loads of people quit higher up, in which case obviously you get re-rolled up.
Well, for every person that re-rolls up, someone else gets dragged up from tier 3, right?
So yeah, exactly.
So as you're working your way down, you should find, and I can tell you that basically, Mark B is the only one who's re-rolling in this division, yeah. Or who's,
okay, so everyone else is staying.
Everyone's written 1 in. You're going to tier 2 division A. Oh, I want to go to I want to go to a B. I like being in Bs. You know, I'm in 2B in Rebel and effectively the second side in UK BBL as well. So you know, fine, whatever. Whatever. All right.
Whatever.
And so we didn't actually look at your.
Oh, I was going to say let's go back to mine and look at the last match day and the overall result as well.
Yeah.
And then I've got a question for you for a bit later on, and for those viewers who are still watching. So we'll do that question again in a minute. Have we got Dwarf Watch as well to do?
We do have Dwarf Watch. I am, primed and ready for Dwarf Watch. Wow, that's quite an interesting last game of the season for Smile of Regrets against the Flight Logs, I guess.
Yeah. So I hope Knockoff's still in the chat. Can you give us a
précis of how you?
Because that's amazing. I mean, that's Elf Ball, isn't it, all the way? But
oh wait, isn't Knockoff the Flight Logs?
Beautiful.
So he got beaten.
Yeah, he did. But it's good to hear from both sides, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah. So I mean, we'll just run through them. So yeah, I'll do them in order that I've got them in front of me here. But yeah, the first one I've got here is the Orcs of Asimogilis.
Yeah.
Asimogilis. We've done this pronunciation before against me. That was 1-1, and I would have won that one because I managed to steal the ball in. I kicked, I scored, I prevented him scoring in turn in the first half. So second half going in 1-0 to me, and I nearly managed to get the ball free, but I didn't quite. And the crux of the matter, to a certain extent, came down to a failed wizard in quite a scary position for him. So if I'd popped the ball free when he had no screen or cage around it, I probably would have won. But as it was, the wizard didn't fail. The wizard failed. Sorry, I couldn't get the ball free. I got the ball free a bit later. But it wasn't enough really to prevent him getting it back and then scoring. So yeah, ended a draw.
And 5
Will
loners, you know, 4.
Yeah, 5 loners as well. So one of which jumped out of a tackle zone into another tackle zone, picked a ball up in a tackle zone, dodged free, and then passed it to another one of my players. So I bought him at the end of the game.
Galnil, hence the 1
Mill,
SPP. Yeah.
SPP. Yeah, and I mean, I can say this now because I played him, but yeah, mate, you should not. Season I've learned is re-roll management, and you should not re-roll greed blocks because that's what kind of cost you
The first
this
half.
game.
Yeah.
You know, first couple of turns, trying to get pushes into pals, or both downs and pushes into defender stumbles or pals is not a good choice, in my opinion. You could have done with those re-rolls a bit later, when it was critical that you made that good block, not a greed block.
Yeah.
But it was a draw. But as a general rule, I'd say that. I mean, sometimes it's going to work, but generally you hold on to them till they're critical rather than wasting them early. Is my. I know that's your stance as well, right?
Pretty much. I mean,
it's very situational.
It's very situational, and you know, sometimes if it's the beginning of a turn, I might, but like, I'm very anti it if people greed block before picking the ball up, for example, or do important things first, and you need to save rerolls for the important things, not greed. But if you've got if you get a fourth one, a 4-3 roll on a kickoff event or something, then I might be more pro greeding. Depends how many rerolls you've got as well, doesn't it?
Of course. I mean, there's a lot of factors there, but yeah, it seemed to me that there's a couple of blocks that he re-rolled that he basically wanted to get the witch or the AG 5 guy down. And yeah, there was no reason to at that point, if you know what I mean. They couldn't have done more than. Yeah, it wasn't like a game changer or anything like that. So he was going for the Kaz or the KO, which I think is a bit foolish. Because that will happen anyway or not, right?
Yeah, and they're actually quite unlikely to happen. So, when you're re-rolling, it's not like you're doubling the chances. You've already failed, and there's as much chance of you still failing, or the armor failing, or the injury only being a stun for it not to be worth it at all.
Yeah, as it is not to be. Yeah. So that was my take on that game. So again, a bit bitter because I think I could have beat him, but yeah, I didn't. So
no. So
Knockoff in the chat. So Knockoff says he got blitzed. Went one down at the beginning and then
was playing chase
and shootout, and it didn't quite work that time. But yeah, okay, good. But it's an exciting game. I quite like those sometimes because got to kind of think on your feet and just think, right, I've got to score.
Yeah,
exactly. Like chess games are they like the manic ones when you're like, oh my god, I'm going to get there,
but yes.
Okay.
Oh, and he had Fez glitch, which seems like a bad idea to be going for a shootout as Skaven with Fez glitch. If that makes sense.
That's an interesting choice, Knockoff, to get Fez glitch because again, traditionally good against slow-moving bash teams because he's a ball and chain. Would not another star player have been as good, or do you just want to give him a run out? I don't know. I mean, you're more of a Skaven player than me, Cornite. So I guess what's your take?
Well, so I didn't have much experience of playing as Fez glitch with Skaven, but I've talked to Crystal Hunter, who's like basically mains Skaven and has like 1,000 games of Skaven, and he really likes Fez glitch for defending with him and just kind of using him in the middle of the field to it makes it harder for your opponent to get past. He's like a big roadblock, and he might also be able to push a corner of a cage a little bit and give you some ball sacking opportunities that you wouldn't otherwise get. But like that's kind of the opposite way that I play a ball and chain with a goblin team, where I use him on offense to be part of the cage. But I've not used him in that way very much, but I have used him a few times like that, and it's really effective. Even against fast teams.
He's pretty disruptive against AG teams. I'm looking at his skill set. Yeah. So I mean, he has got disturbing presence and
foul appearance.
So yeah, he's going to stick around a bit more.
Yeah.
And Knockoff said in chat that it was either him or a loner Lino. So yeah, why not? Fair enough.
I've surfed a player with Fez glitch, but against a fast moving team before. So
that's good.
It's just a case of a bit of luck with the move with the
Yeah. And he's movement 4 as well, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
So
higher than the other ones. Cool.
all
Okay.
right, so that's me done, and knockoffs. The flight log's done, which is
Yep.
great. Okay, then we had the dwarves versus the goblins. So that went as you might predict. So the goblins, the dwarves won that one, but
we're gonna
there was a
hold.
highlight.
Yeah, there was a highlight, and we're going to talk about the highlight later, aren't we? So let's not talk about the highlight now.
Okay, there was a highlight, so that's good.
We
but
can hold
they
on.
did-
We
they
can
did
hold
win.
off for 2 games before we show the highlight, right?
So I guess I haven't checked the sign-up sheet, Bresh, but if you're still around, are you sticking with the goblins? Do you feel confident for next season, or or is your goblin adventure come to an end? I guess is my question.
I think the goblin team looks really good. Doesn't his goblin team look?
They're not awful. I mean, they're not.
I mean, it's hard to stick with.
They're
goblin
alive.
Team, right? Yeah. Goblin
alive, and yeah. But yeah, I mean the one of the trolls is really good. The other one's got pro as well. All right, the weapons aren't brilliant. I think he lost some weapons this game, but he's got a mighty bow fanatic. So yeah, that's pretty good. And an AG6. Oh no, so AG4 goblin as well, but with the aforementioned AV6. But that's still pretty good for throws. And I've got to say, Bresh is a great goblin coach as well, because that three line defense of Ripper and the 2 trolls is it's fun.
Everyone in your division except Don Matito is staying. I've spent the time while you were talking checking
Right.
your
Cool.
thread. So yeah, all of you are still in.
One staying.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. That's good news.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay. Well, yeah. Hopefully, I'm not in with them next season, but yeah. Wish you well.
We do actually still have 2 more games to look at, don't we? Which is
so Atletico Mints versus Killer Chaos. That was 1-1.
Yeah, which is pretty good for the Atletico Mints, isn't it? Because the Killer Chaos have.
They're pretty good for Mints. And again, it looks like one of those games where the Bash didn't. So again, the Mints are gonna do all right at that one. 1-1. So
they MNG'd the plus strength tentacles warrior as well.
That is true. So yeah, that's some good blocking there. Especially there's no mighty blow on the Mints team.
No.
So yeah, that's pretty good. Was that?
There is. There is the mighty blow catcher.
Yeah, I can see it now. Yeah, fruitcake number 7. So yeah. But yeah, all right, well done. 1-1. That's a better result for the high elves, I'd say, really, than the chaos. Even though they've got a better TV, but still. And then the last one was the non-guard orcs versus the 2 assassin, the 1 assassin dark elf team, and that was a win again for the dark elf. So well done to Totsugeki Regeki and Zulu 501 for that one. Again, not too much to say about that one. There was an armor break on a lineman and a badly hurt blitzer, but yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
Assassin did. What do you think?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Did nothing. Yeah.
And but didn't steal the MVP. Didn't steal the MVP either, which is
bonus, I suppose.
Yeah. I was going to say disappointing, but fine.
So just a quick look at the league
tables. Yeah. So all 3. So Jake, Knockoff, and Badger definitely go up.
Which is again irritating because I beat Knockoff and Badger. Not that I'm bitter or anything like that. And I finished. Well, it might be different on the BB screen, but yeah, I finished 6th.
No, you're 6th on the BB screen as well.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, dead in the middle.
Yeah. Slightly below the middle, but yeah, okay. But you'll still probably get dragged up a tier. Do you think?
I probably will because of re-rollers, etc. So, yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Fairly happy with the team. But yeah, a bit of rebuilding next season. But that'll probably mean I'm in with all the Nurgle.
Is there a wave of Nurgle above you somewhere? Is that what you?
There's always a wave of Nurgle somewhere, isn't there?
Just waiting.
They're usually in tier 1.
Yeah, I mean, I'm playing North. So I don't care about Nurgle. It's the non-claw bash teams that are irritating for me. Dwarves, no dwarves, please. And no Zons. God, no Zons. Oh, I've got to play Skulls and his Zons in UKBBL this week. Anyway, so is it time? Is it time for?
It's for the final Dwarf Watch.
Hi-ho! You can't hear this, but it is now going.
Hi-ho!
I can't do it in tune.
Hi-ho! 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 It's home from work we go.
Okay, so I'll fade it down and let it carry on going
Hi-ho! Hi-ho! Hi-ho!
while we do this. And then forget to stop it and we'll hear an advert in a minute. Anyway, so the first one that you told me about was... What was it? Wait, 4B, right?
B. Yeah, my division. Breschling, the hero.
Actually, I might need to stop it, just because I think it's quite loud in my ear, if not on the stream. Okay, so Breschling's Goblins played some Dwarfs, and we definitely didn't give away what it was, but here it is. It's Breschling stamping on a guard Longbeard, who is now no more.
Look.
F's in chat for a dead Longbeard, and the referee accepts the bribe because he totally
Hero.
understands the the goblin killing a dwarf. There we are. I just did the just to death for that one. That's cool, right?
That's good. Persu is dead.
Persu is dead.
He blows his whistle.
It's all right.
Of course, he accepts it.
Yeah.
Gladly.
That was turn 1 as well.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
That
Turn 1.
Yeah,
That's
that was
even
turn
better.
1. that was with the sneaky git.
He's a devil, that little git, I tell you as well. He got rid of some of my players as well.
Yeah.
The little shit.
Sneaky git and dirty
and
player now.
Yeah, and which is a really bad combo stats wise, but it's funny, isn't it?
Yeah.
So of course you can do it. And again, I think he took some mighty blow tackle hits to the face when we played, but obviously nothing happened.
Yeah.
But yeah, good work. I regret to say that's the extent of my research for Dwarf Watch.
Okay, so I actually found something else for Dwarf Not Watch, which was in tier 6. Okay, and
Right.
It's actually 2 clips. So first of all is a clip of Truck on turn 9, who spent the whole of the first half sitting on the bench, a new runner, making a vanity pass to get that elusive 6th SPP, using a reroll and everything. Can you guess where this is going? So yes, and here we have him, literally turn 16, the penultimate block of the game, getting punched and dying. So yeah, so much for the vanity pass to level the runner.
Full. But also beautiful.
Yeah, and I think Knockoff was saying "Hell yeah, dude" to the first dwarf death. I'm not entirely certain; it might be something before, but Breschling enjoyed that too. Yeah. All right.
That's good. Well, that's only 2, but we were blessed this season, weren't we? Because we had was it 2 or 3 died in Lord Jair's first game?
Mm-hmm.
It was a lot, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And that was that sort of.
I mean, I think
set the scene, really.
that might have caused the excitement that sparked off Dwarf Watch in the first place.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it did very much so.
Yeah.
It was just
Like, wow, if this is happening every week, we can fill loads of
loads of time.
Yeah.
But I think we'll keep if and when we broadcast next season, we'll definitely keep Dwarf Watch. I think.
How long is the off season? Is it long? Do we have to wait for weeks, or is it just like
2 weeks? Isn't it? It's not
2
that
weeks?
long.
I think I saw Pipad post that he was going to have the divisions up on Monday, which
Okay.
I thought was pretty soon.
Well, we can start smack talking then, can't we?
Yeah.
Straight away. So I don't know how you feel about this, Core Knight, but if you want your division to be looked at by 2 amateurs who are making up most of the time, then yeah, let us know either in Helios in Core Knight's Discord, or by message, and we'll have a look at them and we'll give our views on the teams.
Longer
so
between
we'll do
this
that.
and next season, says Wi-Fi. Forum overhaul. I mean, who
forum
actually?
overhaul.
Oh, what, you know, I never actually go on the forum anyway. It's only because I'm forced to.
Yeah, I used to, but yeah, Discord's king for me.
Yeah, bots are awesome. You can do everything on Discord now, almost.
It's all on Discord. So yeah. So if you want us to have a look at your division, we will do, and then we'll post. If Core Knight gets a hand of clipping again, we can put that in your division Smack Talk thread. My question, which is what me and you discussed, I think a bit yesterday in your stream, was basically the Chaos Pack team that's kind of possible with mixed teams.
Yeah.
So I just wondered, what are people's thoughts on that? If you've got any strong feelings either way.
So we started talking about this, and we were talking about the idea
Yeah.
of in the league of which you are the commissioner, the RPS. If we started allowing a packed team, which would be from the mixed teams, there is what has been called Chaos Player Pact, which is Chaos, Dark Elves, Skaven, and Underworld. So you'd actually have to have Chaos Beastmen as linemen, I guess, and one Minotaur, one Dark Elf, one Troll from the Underworld team, one Goblin from the Underworld team, and one Rat. That's a normal packed team, except and the Rat Ogre. So that's a normal Chaos team, Chaos Pack team, except the Rat Ogre is instead of a human ogre, but the human ogre gets mutation access on doubles, so it's kind of closer to the Rat Ogre in other ways. Just wild animal instead of bonehead, and the Minotaur actually doesn't get mutations except on doubles as well, I think.
Okay.
In a pack team, and a couple of other weird choices. But you said you would actually play packed next season if we did that, right?
Well, I'd give it a go because I think it's worth exploring this issue. And what's different about the RPS league is that we have a rookie division, so all teams go into a rookie division at the beginning where they're only playing other TV 1000 teams. There's a hard cap on that of 10 games.
Yeah,
could be 9.
Or
and
two seasons, really, isn't it? So if someone joins
2 seasons
or misses a game or something.
Yeah, so 2 seasons or TV 1200. So it'd only be kind of at the lower level, but yeah.
I was thinking the opposite. I think you should play them in the middle in rock tier because you're not beating on any noobs with some weird
new
team
teams
that they've never seen before.
Yeah, I mean, I see. This should probably be an offline conversation, but I don't know whether we should put it to the vote of the rest of the league participants.
Oh, that's a good idea, actually. Yeah. Ask people what they think,
or just decide. I'll probably put it in the sign-up threads for next season, to be honest. But yeah, we'll get a better idea of the roster. And what I'm interested in, I guess, really is how different the proposed Chaos Pact roster is to a normal Chaos Pact roster. Because I think, from my understanding, the Linos are slightly better because they all have horns, but some of the 3 beasts are worse in a way because they don't have the same access.
It's a bit more complicated than that because beastmen are also more expensive, and one of the things that packs can be good at is min-maxing because they've got really cheap and effective linemen, and when the linemen get a few skills, they're basically better because you've picked what you wanted on them, but for less cost generally, because you're not paying for horns on every lineman. Instead, you're just paying for horns on the one who blitzes, if that makes sense. But in this kind of, it's not a big deal type thing. The other thing is also skills access is the main problem. So the only real difference is the lineman and mutation access across a lot of the players. So a lot of the players should have mutation access who don't. The linemen have throwing access but don't, and the big guys are kind of a bit mixed up as well.
And there's no animosity, I guess, between the different races.
Yeah,
is that a thing on pack teams?
Yeah, you're right. Pack
so all
teams.
all the non-human players have animosity, don't they? I think.
Yes. So the humans can hand off to the elf, for example, but the elf has to roll a d6 to hand off to the humans. And they are. Sorry, go on. I was going to say they are supposed to be what the famous. What's the famous chaos? Famous mixed team. what are they called? Like,
All stars.
yeah, the Chaos All Stars. They are supposed to be what the Chaos All Stars are. So I quite like the idea of having a Chaos All Stars team.
Yeah, I mean, it's only because if I do go into Rock with them, it's only fair to give the other coaches a vote on it. So I'll probably put it up to the votes, and we'll have to get the roster prepared. But I think the negatives, because it's not quite packed, are enough that it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Because I think to be honest, I think if it was a packed team and you could have an elf with mutation access, I think that's pretty game breaking by itself.
Well, they should have one of them, and it's just a Dark Elf lineman. So it's not.
It's a lino, is it? It's
Lino.
not a blitzer.
Yeah, it's not a great player by elf standards. But you can make them really good, and it's an underworld goblin, so you can give them 2 heads as well, which is quite useful. And it's an orc that you can give disturbing presence and claw to if you want to, but there's no orcs in this pack because it's whatever. But I think if we limited it to the positionals that Pact get, i.e. one of each of them, and one of the lineman types, I think it would be a worse Pact team than the real Pact team, so therefore not game breaking at all. And real Pact are not that good. Like having 3 big guys sounds great.
It sounds great,
shit.
but it's not. I know it's not. It's 3 chances for a critical action to fail.
Yeah.
Basically, isn't it?
Exactly.
It's quite high odds.
It's 3 players who don't want to do what you tell them ever,
Yeah.
And in fact the one you're missing, the ogre, is like your most reliable one as well.
It is the best one, isn't he? Yeah, absolutely.
So doesn't need to be babysat like a troll, and doesn't have wild animal for moving around like the Minotaur. So instead, you're getting something closer to a second Minotaur in the Rat Ogre. But anyway, so from that, I suggested, why don't we take other mixed teams and make Pact-like mixed teams out of them? But you don't like that. You think that's just a bit too random.
I think that's a step too far, to be honest. Yeah.
No,
because have you ever played in the is it the Anarchy League?
I haven't played the Anarchy League. No. My experience of mixed league comes from Rebel Imperium, which I think I've tried to explain before, but basically it's like a weird website card-based version, and you get to build mixed teams. I think the idea of allowing a normal mixed team into any league is horrendous. Like maybe so there are. I think Blue Owl is a mixed team format where they're all mixed teams, but they're super overpowered compared to a normal team. Especially, I mean, the Elven one is
I bet it's amazing.
Amazing. Pact is actually one of the best ones when you can take everything you want, the rest are a bit more middling, but have their places. I quite like I quite like the idea of an entire team of regen. I like having a vampire who can agaze, followed by a werewolf who can then blitz. But we'd have to limit all of these teams to some positional limits that aren't normal. So like 1 werewolf max or 1 war dancer max. I was talking about the idea of like a Alliance of Good team that would be based on Lord of the Rings. So you're allowed as many hobbits as you like, i.e. halflings, up to 3 trees, a war dancer as an elf, and 1 troll slayer as a dwarf, and a bunch of humans as your whole team type thing, or a bunch of. I think I actually said Kislev, not Kislev, Bretonnian blitzers as the humans as Aragorn and that kind of thing, and I think that wouldn't be overpowered, but would be kind of a fun team choice. It's worth also mentioning they don't get star players, so when they're down,
you've got to build it up with mercs or whatever.
Yeah, but yeah,
Oops.
I think we could make other interesting teams out of these things, as long as we limited them enough to, it's a bit like Cripple
Make
Cup,
them OP.
where you ban the ones who are a bit too good in Cripple format, like dwarfs and regen teams.
Well, we'll see. I guess.
Think about it.
But yeah.
Maybe can we have on the vote one of the options of the vote being other mixed teams more than Pacts, just to see if there's an interest for it in the league.
Tights, yeah. So on the vote then we'll have Pact team as as we'll describe it, and we'll
Mhm.
describe it. And then the second question will be: would you be interested in us coming up with any of the rosters?
Yeah.
And then
Who will be similarly limited and not
be simply limited, not like
overpowered
say
mixed teams.
basically not. Yeah, we're never going to allow like 2 war dancers, 2 witch elves,
Yeah, exactly.
2 4 high elf catchers on a team.
Yeah.
That'd be
An
insane.
entire team of elf blitzers.
That'd be horrible.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Well, that's us done for the season. Well, thank you.
No, thank
For
you.
everyone.
You're the one that suggested this, so thank you for suggesting it and kind of getting me to do it in the first place.
And I guess we'll try and keep with the Wednesday format moving forward, because that's got a good regular time, isn't it?
Yeah, if we,
And are you going to get gainful employment anytime soon, or
maybe let's not get ahead of ourselves. You
So
never know.
Yeah, so we've got the green light, haven't we, for the foreseeable future? So
Well, something like that. Yeah. Yeah.
all right, we might when Core Night does take me out for dinner, we might put some pictures in the Discord channel.
Yeah. Or maybe wait. When is your is the book fair thing? Did you say?
It's in March.
In March.
So we've got
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
It'll be
March 11th,
Will-
12th, 13th, I think.
11th, 12th, and 13th. So could we do a stream from a pub with 2 laptops on the third?
We
On
could.
the wait, so March the 12th. Yeah. So actually, there's March the 11th.
Consulting his unemployment diary. What you
No,
busy that
March
week?
the
are you,
11th.
Core Night?
March the 11th.
March the 11th, 12th, and 13th.
Yeah,
I
no.
think
So
it
the
is.
11th will be our normal Wednesday
So right.
lunchtime thing. That is the first
Well,
day.
I'll be at Olympia there
Hmm.
then. So yeah, I won't be around at lunchtime, but I can be certainly available in the evening.
Okay. Yeah, so we have to replace our normal weekly stream with an evening time, pub stream. Then how about that?
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Cool.
I will actually put it in my diary.
We're
Unlike last time.
getting loads more. And just looking at the watch count, we're getting loads more viewers now. Now we mentioned pubs and evenings. We're up to 10.
I mean, we could actually do like a meetup. How many viewers are actually within distance of London? Maybe a few. Anyway, all right. So I'm going to host.
I get the fan merchandise and the merch ready for
Worried
that.
there. I think you said
before we,
fanfic. I don't know why that word came into my head.
Fanfic? No, God, no way.
All right. And on that bombshell.
Yes. Thank you, everyone. Good luck with your division placings, and yeah, we'll see you next season.
I'm going to go over and host the Chub Step because he asked what he should play next, and I said he should spin a wheel to pick a team, and he has.
He is.
Yeah, and he's playing the team that he spun. And it's Necro, and he hates Necro, so he's like he's going to be whining a lot.
Cool. I'm going to get a sandwich.
Cool.
So, all right. Thanks, everyone.
Cheers. Thank you. Thanks, everyone who watched.
Bye.
And thank you, Ethel, as well, obviously, for all these weeks. And so we've got 2 weeks off now, right?
Yeah, long weeks.
Oh, awesome. 26th. All right. I will raid now then. Goodbye. Okay, go on.
Yes, that was good. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, good. It was a bit more messy. I didn't actually make as many mistakes as I made yesterday. So
it's only like an end of season 1, wasn't it? So it wasn't anything.
I don't know. I think that's kind of a bit special. But sort of, yeah. Anyway, fine. That's a whole season where we did a recap every week.
No, we more or less kept to it, didn't we?
Yeah.
And did everything. So.
Yeah. No, I was going to actually put the 11th in my diary so that I don't do the same as I did last time. Just forget about it, Tyler. Oh, actually, wait a second. Let me just make sure. Is that
a Tuesday, the 11th?
No, the 11th is a Wednesday. Yeah, it's a no child day. So I can, in fact, meet in the evening. Cool. All right, then. Talking of which, I need to get ready to go and pick them up.
Cool. What's the time?
2:15.
Well, but yeah. All right. Take care, man.
Okay.
See you soon.
Cheers. See you later. Are you going to do
All
that?
right.
Are you going to do the